this nonsense must stop. Like, this nonsense must, like, why does someone feel the need to tell you that you can't go forward because of your skin tone?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's time for Pushing Feel. Today we're going to be talking about a documentary that I watched called Skin. I put it here on Netflix. It was made in Nigeria, and I'll also be talking about colorism and how I feel about it and how I feel like this is affecting our community. So let's dive right into the video. I was watching the documentary, and then it started with people talking about how being dark skinned in the industry that they're in, which is acting and being in the face of the public, how their skin color is really affecting them. And there was a girl that was talking about how she was going to shoot a movie, and the photographer was someone like that on set. The person was like, oh gosh, you're back here again, stuff along the lines of, if you're not lighter by the next season or the next year, you wouldn't have a job. Why does someone's skin have to affect what they need to? Why does a person feel the need to say that because of your skin you can't do something? Why does someone feel the need to voice certain things out, like, oh, because of your skin color, or you can't do? Thanks be to God, this person I'm talking about, I'll try and find the picture. She's so pretty. She's dark skinned. She's just so pretty, and thanks be to God, she didn't actually bleach her skin. Do you know what I mean? Another person comes now, starts talking, and she was basically talking about how in the community that she lived in, people kept on telling her that she's very dark, like she's so dark, and she was just thinking, wait, well, is this not like normal? And she started bleaching, but her bleaching was more to do with her taking pills, and so it was having a little effect. It was affecting her. It was obviously making the difference. She went from this to probably something like that, and it was okay, this is really affecting people. So she went very light, as in the girl was a light. And then I was just like, okay, cool. And then another lady comes. She's an actress. She's been in the acting industry for a very long time. She's light skinned. She's like, I don't want to say old. She's not that old, but you know, she's like a little older than the girls that was on set. She was basically talking about in her community and where she comes from, people have named black stuff, like maybe a black bag, like not a bag obviously, like maybe a black dog, or maybe a black something to be evil, like a black cloth to be for funerals, and a black cloth is not one to a place. It's like a black in itself has just been seen as something that is evil, while something white, like a white cloth, or for example a white dog or a white whatever, is seen as good. So she said that in the tribe that she comes from, there's something that they do, that when someone is dark skin or wearing something black, they're classified as evil, and the person that is light skinned and the person that is wearing something white is classified as good. And the person has a good spirit, and the person that's wearing black, or the person that is darker skin, is probably possessed, or yeah, that's what she was saying. And I kind of get it. In the community that we're from, sometimes this is something. And another person comes on who was someone that is popularly known as Bob Risky. I'll try and find a picture. I'm sure everyone knows this person. He's known to have bleached his skin from a darker shade to a lighter shade, and he was on the documentary, and he was asked, oh right, why did he do it? And he was like, he did it because he didn't love himself. He just felt he would do more and he would get further when he's lighter, and he said that he wanted to be famous, he wanted to be out there, he wanted to be a celebrity. So he thought that being lighter, it will get him there, and that's what us in our society today, well, that's what he was saying. For example, he was just saying that that's what he thought, that was the mentality in his head, because he had people telling him that you're so dark, you can't go further, and on social media he goes and it's just lighter skinned people that's probably getting all the fame and all of that stuff. So he just, that being said, that's what he said. And then they asked him, does he regret ever doing that, like bleaching his skin? And he said absolutely yes. And he was asked if he could go back, would you go? And he said yes. Why? Because it's a lot of work. Apparently he needs the cream, he needs to make sure that he's cleaning his knuckles, he's doing everything, he's making sure that he's doing everything like proper. Honestly, this nonsense must stop. This nonsense must, like, why does someone feel the need to tell you that you can't go forward because of your skin tone, or you can't do this because of how you look? Like, I personally haven't experienced that before, and I wonder how I'm gonna feel when someone actually tells me that you can't be here because you're not light skin, or because you're not white, or I don't know. Colorism is a thing that we're facing in our own community, and then we come out here and we experience it as racism, and then it comes across as if it's something that we've been going through in our own community. So when someone else is saying it, they're saying it based on something that they've even heard or seen. Anyway, that being said, now, so they went onto the market, they were asking people questions and stuff. They asked the lady that was selling the cream. She said that she learned how to like mix the cream and stuff. They call it, she said it's not called bleaching cream because bleaching cream is bad, but it's called whitening cream. And the lady was a bit confused, and then she was like, okay, so what does, like, was she this color? And she said nah, she was, and she said nah, she was a bit darker, so she was basically like this, yeah, and now she's this shade literally all over her body. Not too much, she's not too light, but she's gone from her normal original color to. And then when she was asked, and you know the reasons that they give is, she was asked, so will she ever go back? And she said yeah, go back to her darker skin tone. And she said yeah, because she would want to when she gets married. And then they asked her why, and she said because she'll be comfortable at the time with her husband. And then the lady asked her, so what if your husband liked you when you were lighter, what would you do? And she said that, well, she would have to stick to her being light, in it. So I'm just thinking, right, there's a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, moving on, they went to another place that the lady mixes the cream as well, and she was asked a lot of questions, the similar questions, do you regret it, blah blah blah. And when they asked her, I think they asked her, does she regret it, or something along the lines of, does she regret it, or will she go back? And she got very emotional. I don't blame her, because it comes down to the point where you feel like you didn't love yourself to the point where you had to make a tremendous change to your body in order to fit in or to look a certain type of way. Personally, having said all of that, I would actually recommend you guys to go and watch this documentary. I'll put like the thing here, and I'll put probably the link below. I recommend you guys to watch that because it's a great documentary. It makes you see other perspective of other people. Personally, I have never been through like someone telling me that I'm too dark or anything like that. I can't go forward in a particular industry because of my skin tone. Word of God says that God wonderfully and fearfully made us. So why do we need to feel the need to feel we need to be a certain type of way? And it says in the Bible that God made us in his own image. So why does someone feel the need to come and tell me that the image that God made me in is not the right image? When people feel they need to say stuff like that, it's just a bit, it's really sad. I know that we have different shades. Maybe that's certainly how God's plan for us. That's how God wanted us to be, and no one should feel any less or any better than anyone just because of your skin tone. God has made everyone in his own image, and he's made us perfect in his own way, and I don't feel like anyone should feel the need to be able to come and tell you that, oh right, you can't do something, or you can't do this just because of the way you look or the color of your skin. And what pisses me off is that this is what's happening in our own community. So why wouldn't someone else feel the need to come and do the same thing to us from another race? Do you know what I mean? So if you're telling people that they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this because of this, then why wouldn't someone else from another race feel the need to come and tell us that? Do you know what I mean? So we should embrace our own and love our own, and know that there is beauty in what God has given to us, honestly, because it's not everyone that is mentally capable of like maintaining what you tell them. So yeah, this has got side effects as well, if that's what you want to do, because that's what you want to do. But don't let anyone tell you that you can't do this because of your skin tone, and then you, because of that reason, you go and make like change the way you look because of, but if that's what you want to do, obviously you can do it, in it. But yeah, I'm just gonna end on this note. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that sweet stuff. Bye.